Welcome back to Moose Track Studios, Episode 2. Let's look at our list and see what we have on the agenda for this week. The Highway Department in Big Sky has had some problems in the past. They seem to have difficulty finding a place to put the dirt when they want to start a new project, and projects get delayed. I can relate to that. I'm not sure where we're going to put all the stuff that's down here, but we've been working feverishly to get it out of the control room. We did find a few treasures down here, and we're going to post pictures of those on the web, but in the meantime, we're going to keep working on this particular part of the project. If you look behind me, it's pretty obvious that we're not going to have the studio ready to record anytime in the very near future. And we have a project at hand. We have to put some vocal tracks over top of some existing vocals and a guitar. For our first recording session, I tried to draw the flow that we would be using to overdub the vocal tracks onto existing vocal tracks. The only thing that we have in this diagram is the artist and the guitar. So we need to talk to our friend Priest at Sweetwater Studios and get some additional equipment. We're also going to need some cabling to hook all this stuff together, so let's add that to the list as well. When I talked to Priest, the first thing he suggested was this device, which would be great for capturing but doesn't have any monitor channels to it. And so we can't really use it to play back existing audio while we record something new. The second one that we looked at was this box from Focusrite, this Scarlett. And although it has a monitor channel, it's built for a situation where the artist and the engineer are one and the same person. So this has a limitation. We can use a headphone splitter so we can get audio to the engineer as well, but there's other solutions that are probably just as economical. The third one that we looked at was this device from Universal Audio, the 276. And although I like the layout, it has the same limitation that the other one does, in that it only has one headphone channel. After further discussions with Priest at Sweetwater, we decided to go with the 476p. It's got the same analog front end, it's got the same modeling software. It's also got 2 headphone jacks so that we don't need any extra equipment and extra cabling, so the price difference works out to be a lot less than you would think. One task down, let's look at some blueprints. So this is the blueprint for the studio space. There's the control room, there's the recording room, bathroom, and the mechanical room that we went over in episode 1. So what do we need to deal with here? Well, acoustically, this is dirt. This is outside, and there's a good 200 yards before we get to a road or anything like that. And it's not a main road, it's a cul-de-sac. So we don't have any real issues from that. Over here, it's like I said, it's an internal room, so we don't have anything to worry about over here. Our biggest problem acoustically is going to be this wall, decoupling the control room from the recording room. Power is located right here. There is no power in any of these rooms. The only power at this level is in the mechanical room here and the expansion area here. So we're looking at, and there's not much space left in this breaker box. This room is finished. So we really don't want to have to run all of our electrical all the way across this room to get to this box. And there's very little room left in the box anyway. So we would like to get the box transferred over here, or split, so that we can put a second breaker box over here. And to do that, we need to find an electrician. So that's going to go on our list of things to get accomplished. Having looked at the blueprints now, we're going to need some outside help. We need an electrician to come in and help us do load calculations, warn us if there's any code issues that we need to be aware of, and help us move or split the breaker box into a new location. In choosing headphones, there's a couple of things that we need to look for. We need them to be comfortable, reasonably priced, and have pretty good sound quality. We also need a closed back pair of headphones so that we can give them to the artist or the musicians and not have to worry about control room noise bleeding back into the microphones. With those things in mind, these are the headphones that I originally came up with. The cups are slightly too small to go over the ear comfortably, though, and vinyl cups are known for flaking after they age. So, after talking with Priest at Sweetwater, we decided to go with these instead. Our selection of a DAW was fairly straightforward. I asked many people that were in the industry, musicians and other artists and things like that. And to a T, all of them said that Pro Tools was the way to go. So there wasn't really much in the way of comparison done here. It seems to meet all my needs, and so we went ahead and ordered Pro Tools. Unfortunately, the dongle and the license code didn't arrive in time to include them in this video, so we're going to download that next week. So, what equipment have we added to the studio this week? Well, you'll find the list right there. What did we add in the way of software to the studio this week? And how much did we spend on new equipment and new software and things like that this week? That leaves us with the tasks for next week. We hope you'll join us next week when we try to do this on Moose Tracks Studio.